Welcome, I'm the legendary Pokemaster, and today we are going to be explaining one of the more unexplained things in Pokemon, Ho-Oh's appearance in the first episode. We're gonna try to go over every aspect of this cameo, so without further ado, let's start. Okay, so like I said, this first episode of the Pokemon anime has raised a bunch of questions since it was released many years ago. From like 1998 to 2000, the main question was, what is that Pokemon? Why, we don't know. Why, that's Ho-Oh! They technically never said that, but I'm pretty darn sure that's Ho-Oh. I mean, it has the rainbow theme going, which goes with the rainbow wing and the Pokédex entry. The body shape also really only matches Ho-Oh. However, its appearance in the Pokemon anime predated its official announcement in Generation 2, which could raise a few questions. First off, is this a native of Kanto or Johto? Well, I don't know, that's why I'm gonna talk about it. As far as we know, Ho-Oh likes to perch on top of high places. It's the guardian of the sky as opposed to Lugia, which is the guardian of the seas, and with that said, it probably would only inhabit a place high up to stay with that theme. Its first documented place of residence was the Bell Tower in Johto, which is the tallest building in the entire Pokemon world aside from Silphco Tower. Speaking of which, that's really the only place that rivals Bell Tower in Kanto. And that's relatively new and probably not as old as Ho-Oh, which is this Pokemon being from like the Reconstruction era. However, there's a place around here that's probably even higher than Bell Tower, and that's
the Indigo Plateau.
It's never said that it's higher, but combining the height visible from the edges here with the amount of slopes you need to go up to get there, it seems quite a bit higher than the tower here. Plus, it's pretty tall on the map. Considering that it's in the middle of the two regions, it would also give great access to either side of Mount Silver. Speaking of Red's Mountain, although it is much higher than the Indigo Plateau, it's probably not the right environment for a Firebird with rainbow themes, seeing that all exposed areas are covered in snow. So there goes that. The Indigo Plateau is honestly the perfect place for Ho-Oh to reside, being more remote than the tower in Johto, which is what Ho-Oh kinda likes, giving more flexibility and having scenery and weather for its theme. So why didn't Ho-Oh pick it? I say proximity. These Pokemon, those being Ho-Oh and Lugia, only really travel when they need to. Lugia traveled because its home, the burned tower, was destroyed, and even then it didn't really go very far, probably only like a mile. Ho-Oh does the same because the farthest it's ever been seen from the Bell Tower in any canon was that witnessing by Asher on Pallet Town, which even though it is in Kanto, is still the closest city to the Bell Tower in Kanto. It did appear in a Hoenn episode, but I'll get to that in a second. So Ho-Oh was lazy. Seeing that the Indigo Plateau is a more preferable location, but it chose Bell Tower instead, it probably means that the place where Ho-Oh originated is closer to Bell Tower than the plateau. That said, Ho-Oh is probably from the Johto region. Now, I did say this appearance brings up multiple questions, such as, why is Ho-Oh so far away from home in this episode? You said it's lazy. Well, the answer is in the legend from 1867. The burned tower burned for 3 days, and that left Lugia without its tower. This prompted Ho-Oh to leave also, looking for a trainer with pure heart. How do I know that? Bulbapedia. I don't know how they got that, but just Bulbapedia. Considering that the burned tower burned down mysteriously, arson could be suspected. So maybe it was looking for a good person to convince itself that not everyone is bad or something, which seems to be a repeating theme in Pokemon. But otherwise, I'm out of ideas. However, this instance of Ho-Oh leaving the tower in search of something is probably what brought it to Pallet Town. It's looking for said trainer, and it found him. Ash! He's pretty cool, and sometimes more selfless than the healthy limit. Ho-Oh supposedly only appears before pure-hearted trainers like him based on the Pokédex data, so with that said, Ho-Oh probably found its goal in that episode. That's why it followed him around to Hoenn and stuff and stopped being lazy, because it had found the trainer it was searching for. There's one more question, why is Ho-Oh shiny? I honestly don't know. Here's the best thing I could come up with, and it's Super Matt Patty. Not like the new Matt Pat, but the classic Matt Pat. I remember watching this episode of Cosmos where Carl Sagan said colors are perceived differently at the speed of light. So there you go. I'm not sure if it's very solid, but otherwise I can't really come up with anything good. It could be the way that the light was refracting off of Ho-Oh after the rainstorm, it being the rainbow Pokemon, but otherwise it's just kinda up to debate because it's not even the full shiny with silver detailing. This Ho-Oh here is just gold. However, all of this evidence can be interpreted differently, so what do you think? Is Ho-Oh a Johto or Kanto native, and why was it in Kanto? Please leave a comment down below. You can also subscribe to see videos like this twice a week. Regardless, I kinda broke my schedule, and I will see you in the next video.